They lied to us. For weeks, WWE made us believe this was about competition, about war games, about survival. But what we witnessed wasn't just an attack, it was a calculated assassination attempt on CM Punk that exposes the darkest conspiracy in WWE history. And the person behind it? Nobody saw this coming. Nobody. Before I reveal who tried to end Punk's career, smash the like button right now because what I'm about to expose will shake the WWE Universe to its core. And if you're as furious as I am about what they did to the best in the world, subscribe and hit that notification bell because this story is far from over. Let's rewind. Wargames 2024. The most brutal match concept WWE has ever created. 2 rings. 1 cage. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. CM Punk walked into that structure knowing he had a target on his back. But here's what makes this situation insane: he didn't know the target was painted by someone he trusted. For months, we've watched Punk rebuild his WWE legacy. The man who left in 2014, bitter and broken, returned to reclaim everything that was taken from him. He came back humble. He came back focused. He came back dangerous. And certain people in that locker room couldn't stand it. The whispers started immediately. Backstage reports of tension. Locker room heat. Veterans uncomfortable with Punk's return. But WWE played it cool. They fed us storylines. They gave us matches. They made us believe everything was professional. What fools we were. Then came Wargames night. The atmosphere was electric. Punk's team versus a collection of WWE's most vicious competitors. The match was carnage, bodies flying, weapons crashing, blood spilling. This is what Wargames is supposed to be. Pure, unadulterated violence. But something felt off from the beginning. Punk was wrestling differently. More cautious. More aware. Like he knew something was coming. And then, at the 17-minute mark, it happened. During a chaotic moment with bodies everywhere, someone struck Punk from behind with a steel chair shot so vicious, so brutal, that it echoed through the arena like a gunshot. But here's the thing that nobody is talking about: this wasn't a normal chair shot. This was attempted murder. The angle was wrong. The force was excessive. Medical staff rushed in immediately. Punk's team looked confused. Even his opponents stopped and stared. Because everyone in that cage knew this wasn't part of the script. WWE cameras tried to cut away. They tried to create confusion. They replayed other moments, showed crowd reactions, anything to distract us from what really happened. But we saw it. The internet saw it. And now, the truth is coming out. 4 days, WWE stayed silent. No statements. No updates. Just cryptic social media posts and insider reports that contradicted each other. Some said it was an accident. Others claimed Punk was injured. The dirt sheets were working overtime, throwing out names, creating chaos. But they were all wrong. Because the person who attacked CM Punk wasn't who anyone expected. This wasn't a rival. This wasn't someone with obvious heat. This was someone who smiled in Punk's face. Someone who shook his hand. Someone who welcomed him back to WWE with open arms. And that's what makes this betrayal so gut-wrenchingly painful. If you're sitting there thinking you know who it is, you don't. Drop your guess in the comments right now before I reveal the truth, because when you hear this name, you're going to lose your mind. And make sure you're subscribed because the fallout from this is going to be nuclear. The attacker was Seth Rollins. Yes, that's Seth Rollins. The man who calls himself the Visionary. The man who claims to be the workhorse of WWE. The man who, back in 2014, was in the Shield alongside CM Punk as the future of WWE. The same Seth Rollins who publicly supported Punk's return. The same Seth Rollins who said WWE was better with Punk in it. It was all a lie. According to sources close to the situation, Rollins has been seething about Punk's return since day one. Why? Because Punk represents everything Rollins pretends to be. Punk is the genuine voice of the voiceless. Rollins is a corporate creation who plays revolutionary on TV. Punk walked away from WWE on principle. Rollins stayed and cashed in every opportunity handed to him. But here's where it gets deeper. This wasn't just jealousy. This was fear. Seth Rollins knows that with CM Punk back, his position as the top guy, as the locker room leader, as the face of Monday Night Raw, all of it is threatened. Punk doesn't need permission to be great. He doesn't need approval. He just is. And Rollins couldn't handle it. Let me break down the evidence that WWE tried to hide from you. First, look at Rollins' body language in every segment with Punk. Watch his eyes. Watch how he positions himself. There's tension there. Real tension. Not the worked, scripted tension we're used to. This is genuine animosity. Second, multiple wrestlers have gone on record saying the locker room is divided on Punk. And who's the locker room leader? Seth Rollins. Who has the pull backstage? Seth Rollins. Who would benefit most from Punk being taken out? Seth Rollins. Third, and this is the smoking gun security footage that leaked online, shows Rollins in the gorilla position during Wargames, watching monitors with an intensity that made producers uncomfortable. One staff member reported that when Punk got hit, Rollins smiled. Then quickly composed himself when he realized people were watching. But it goes even deeper than one man's jealousy. This attack on CM Punk represents a systematic attempt by certain WWE veterans to protect their positions. Think about it. Who else has been suspiciously quiet about Punk's return? Who else has avoided addressing the Wargames attack? There's a list of people complicit in this conspiracy. They saw Punk coming back and dominating. They saw him connecting with fans in ways they never could. They saw younger talent gravitating toward him for advice and mentorship. And they panicked. Because if Punk succeeds, it exposes them. It shows that all their politicking, all their backstage maneuvering, all their corporate ass kissing was unnecessary. Punk proved you can leave WWE, trash the company, and still come back on top because talent is undeniable. If this makes you as angry as it makes me, hit that like button and share this video everywhere. The wrestling world needs to know the truth about what happened to CM Punk at Wargames. Now, here's where the story gets even more intense. CM Punk is recovering. His injuries, while serious, aren't career-ending. And according to people close to him, Punk is furious. Not just at Rollins, but at WWE for trying to cover it up. For trying to protect Rollins because he's their golden boy. For putting corporate image over justice. Punk is planning something big. And when he returns, and make no mistake, he will return, Seth Rollins better be ready for war. Not the scripted, PG-rated WWE war we're used to. Real war. The kind where reputations get destroyed and careers get ended. The question is, will WWE let it happen? Will they allow Punk to expose the truth and get his revenge? Or will they continue protecting their chosen ones at the expense of authenticity? Because here's what WWE doesn't understand: the fans aren't stupid. We see through the corporate speak. We recognize when we're being manipulated. And we're getting tired of it. This Wargames attack represents everything wrong with modern WWE. The politics. The favoritism. The protection of certain stars while others get buried. CM Punk's return was supposed to change that. It was supposed to usher in a new era where talent mattered more than backstage relationships. Where merit determined your position, not who you're friends with. But Seth Rollins and his cronies couldn't allow that. They couldn't risk a world where CM Punk's way, the authentic, unfiltered, purely talent-driven way, became the standard. Because if that happened, half the main event scene would be exposed as frauds who only succeeded because they played the game. And that's why they tried to take him out. Listen, if you've made it this far, you need to do 3 things right now. First, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, because I'm going to follow this story wherever it leads, no matter who it exposes. Second, smash the like button to tell YouTube that this is the content wrestling fans want: truth, not corporate propaganda. And third, comment below with your reaction. Are you as disgusted by Seth Rollins as I am? Do you think there are more people involved in this conspiracy? Let's discuss in the comments. The CM Punk Wargames attack isn't just another wrestling angle. It's a watershed moment that will define WWE for years to come. It's a battle between the old guard desperately clinging to their positions and a revolutionary force that threatens to tear down their false empire. Seth Rollins threw the first punch. But CM Punk is going to finish this fight. And we'll be here to document every single moment, every revelation, every confrontation, every drop of blood spilled in the name of justice. Because this isn't just about CM Punk anymore. This is about the soul of professional wrestling. This is about whether we're going to accept mediocrity protected by politics, or demand excellence rewarded by merit. The war has just begun. And if you're not subscribed to WWE Reporter, you're going to miss the most explosive story in wrestling history. Don't let that happen. Join us. Watch until the end of every video, because I promise you what's coming next will make the Wargames attack look like a minor skirmish compared to the nuclear war that's about to explode. CM Punk vs Seth Rollins. The voice of the voiceless versus the fake revolutionary. The people's champion versus the corporate puppet. This is the fight wrestling needs, and it starts now.